Chapter 3 Emotional Healing with Money When Wealth and Inner Peace Meet. Introduction. Money and emotions are not separate realms, they are deeply intertwined, dancing a constant, intimate tango. Every financial decision you make, from the seemingly insignificant choice of a brand of coffee to the major commitment of a home investment, is first an emotional event, and only secondarily a rational one. Your feelings are the silent partners in every transaction. In this chapter, we dive deep into the emotional landscape of money. We will learn to identify the hidden feelings, the fears, cravings, and wounds that drive your financial behaviors. More importantly, you will learn practical ways to heal these emotional drivers, creating a foundation where external wealth and internal peace are not at odds, but can coexist and nourish each other. 1. Money and emotion are inseparable twins. To think of money as a purely logical, mathematical subject is to misunderstand its fundamental nature. Money is emotional currency. You might believe that financial success is about math, budgeting, or a high income. But beneath every number, every spreadsheet, and every bank statement, lies a swirling ocean of feeling, fear, pride, guilt, joy, shame, love, or a complex mixture of many. When you feel internally safe, supported, and worthy, money tends to flow into your life with greater ease. When you feel fear, shame, or contraction, the flow of money often contracts as well. It's not a punishment, it's a resonance. Money mirrors your emotional vibration. It responds less to how hard you work and more to how much peace you carry while you work. 2. The emotional wounds behind financial patterns. Our financial behaviors are rarely just practical, they are symbolic. They are outward expressions of our inner emotional world. Let's explore some common financial patterns and the emotional wounds they often mask. Overspending and compulsive buying. This often masks a deep craving for love, comfort, or validation. The act of buying provides a temporary hit of dopamine, a fleeting feeling of being filled up. When you buy things, you are often trying to fill an emotional emptiness or soothe an inner ache of loneliness, boredom, or inadequacy. The new item becomes a proxy for the love or recognition you desire. Hoarding or excessive saving. While prudent saving is wise, hoarding is often driven by a deep, primal fear of loss and a belief that the world is fundamentally unsafe. It stems from a scarcity mindset that says, "This is all I will ever have, and I must protect it at all costs." This behavior can create a life that is financially secure but emotionally constricted and joyless. Under-earning and undercharging. This is frequently a symptom of low self-worth. A deep-seated belief of "I am not good enough" or "I don't deserve to be paid well" leads to sabotaging opportunities, charging less than your value, or avoiding asking for a raise. It's a way of ensuring your external reality matches your internal belief. Financial dependency/rescuing. Constantly giving money to others or rescuing them from financial trouble can be a way to feel needed and secure love. It often hides a fear of rejection or abandonment. The unspoken contract is, "If I take care of you financially, you will love me and not leave me." In other words, money problems are rarely just about the money itself. They are almost always about unmet emotional needs, unhealed wounds, and mistaken beliefs about your own worth and safety. Case study: Linda's retail therapy. Linda, a dedicated school teacher, found herself repeatedly shopping online late at night, especially after stressful days at work. Her apartment was filled with packages, many unopened. The thrill was in the purchase, not the possession. Through mindful exploration, she realized that spending money gave her a temporary sense of control and comfort, a small island of agency in a sea of classroom chaos and personal loneliness. It was a substitute for the emotional support and authentic connection she lacked in her life. The Add to Cart button was a stand-in for Connect with Heart. Once she started addressing her core loneliness directly, by joining a book club, scheduling regular calls with friends, and practicing self-care rituals, the compulsive urge to spend lost its power, and her financial leaks naturally began to heal. 3. The nervous system and financial stress. It's crucial to understand that financial fear is not just in your head. It is a full-body, biological experience. When you feel financial pressure, an unexpected bill, mounting debt, job uncertainty, your nervous system can react as if you are facing a physical threat, like a predator in the wild. Your body's ancient survival system, the sympathetic nervous system, activates. Your heartbeat accelerates. Your breath becomes shallow and rapid. Your muscles tense, ready for fight or flight. blood flow is diverted from your brain's prefrontal cortex, the center for rational, long-term planning, to your limbs. This is the fight or flight response. In this state, your brain is focused on immediate survival, not on making wise, strategic financial decisions. This is why financial stress so often leads to impulsive spending, a flight from discomfort, poor investment choices, or complete avoidance and paralysis. It's not a character flaw or a lack of willpower, it's biology. Your body is doing its job, trying to keep you safe. The key to healing is to learn how to calm the nervous system and signal to the body that the threat is not literal, physical danger. 4. The first step, teaching your body to feel safe again. Before you can effectively change your financial situation, you must teach your body that it is safe to relax. You must move from a state of fight or flight to a state of rest and digest, governed by the parasympathetic nervous system. This is a somatic, body-based practice. When you feel financial anxiety rising, stop what you are doing. Find a quiet space if possible. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath in for a count of 4, feeling your belly expand. Gently exhale for a count of 6, feeling your body soften. As you breathe, say to yourself, softly, in this moment, I am safe. My needs are met right now. I release the fear of not having enough. You don't need to force a feeling or believe it 100%. Just the act of breathing deeply and speaking calming words begins to retrain your nervous system. Safety is the non-negotiable foundation upon which all sustainable abundance is built. 5. Reconnecting emotionally with money. For many, money has become an object of fear or abstract number on a screen. This exercise helps you rebuild a personal, positive relationship with the energy of money. Take out a single bill of your currency, a $5, £10, or €20 note. Hold it in your hands. Don't just look at it, feel it. Notice its texture. Now, close your eyes and notice what sensations or emotions arise. Do you feel warmth, neutrality, tension, guilt, or resistance? What stories does your mind tell you about this piece of paper? Now, whisper softly, either aloud or in your mind, money, thank you for supporting my life. Thank you for the shelter, food, and experiences you provide. I am open to a positive, flowing relationship with you. At first, this might feel silly or strange. But you are not talking to paper, you are communicating with the energy of support and exchange that money represents. You are initiating a reconciliation. When gratitude begins to replace fear in these small moments, the larger flow of your financial life begins to shift. 6. Identifying triggers and building emotional awareness. The next time you feel a strong emotional charge around a financial action, whether it's anxiety before a purchase, guilt after a sale, or fear when checking your account, pause. Create a sacred space between the trigger and your reaction. In that pause, take one deep breath and ask yourself, what emotion am I truly feeling right now? Dig deeper than the surface story. Is it really about this $50 purchase? Or is it about a feeling of being unworthy of treating yourself? Is it about the fear of this investment failing? Or is it a deeper fear of being unsafe in the world if you make a mistake? Is it guilt for receiving money? Or is it a belief that you are selfish for having more than others? Naming the emotion disarms it. When you can identify, this is my fear of unworthiness showing up, or this is my old story about scarcity, you separate from the emotion. You are no longer the emotion itself, you are the aware presence witnessing it. This awareness turns emotional chaos into conscious choice. You can then make a financial decision from a place of clarity, not from a place of panic. 7. The essential act of forgiveness. Emotional healing cannot be completed without the balm of forgiveness. Resentment and shame are toxic to your financial flow. Forgive yourself. For every financial mistake, the debt, the bad investment, the frivolous purchase, you were doing your best with the awareness and emotional state you had at the time. Every experience was a teacher. Write in your journal, I forgive myself for my past financial decisions. I was learning. I release all shame and choose to move forward with wisdom. Forgive others. Forgive your parents for their money fears and limitations. They were passing on what they knew. Forgive anyone you feel has wronged you financially. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It only hurts you and contracts your energy. Write this powerful statement, I forgive the past and release the need to carry its fear. I am free to create a new financial future filled with peace and prosperity. Each time you genuinely offer forgiveness, your heart softens, and you free up life force energy that was trapped in the past, energy that can now be used to create abundance. 8. The emotional energy of abundance. Money responds to your emotional energy in much the same way that plants respond to sunlight and water. When you emit feelings of gratitude, trust, and inner peace, you create a fertile emotional ground where money can grow and flourish naturally. You are in a state of allowing and receiving. When you emit feelings of fear, guilt, and the need to control, you create a barren, rocky emotional landscape. Money retracts, not as a punishment, but as a simple law of resonance. You are in a state of pushing away and resisting. The universe does not respond primarily to what you say you want. It responds to the emotional signature of what you feel you truly deserve and what you believe is possible for you. This is why emotional healing is the great missing link in most financial education. No amount of budgeting software, investment strategy, or hustle can compensate for a fundamental inner misalignment. When you heal your emotions, you align your inner world with the outer reality you desire. 9. Healing practice, the Money Heart Meditation. This is a 3-minute daily exercise to harmonize your heart's energy with the energy of abundance. It directly calms the nervous system and rewires the emotional association with money. Sit quietly with your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. Place your right hand over your heart center in the middle of your chest. Feel your heartbeat, steady, present, alive. This is the rhythm of your life. Breathe in slowly through your nose, and as you do, say silently in your mind, I am safe. Breathe out gently through your mouth, and as you do, say, money flows with love. As you continue this breath, imagine a warm, golden, radiant light beginning to glow under your hand, in your heart. With each exhale, feel this golden light expanding outward, filling your chest, your entire body, your home, and ultimately, your whole life with its warm, peaceful, abundant glow. This practice retrains your body and mind to associate money with the feelings of calm, safety, and love that emanate from your own heart. Over time, your financial choices will naturally begin to align with this inner peace rather than with panic. 10. Emotional reprogramming statements. Words charged with emotion are your tools for change. Repeat these affirmations daily, but don't just parrot the words. Feel them. Sense the safety, the worthiness, the peace as you speak. It is safe for me to have and receive money. I can be both financially wealthy and deeply peaceful at the same time. I am inherently worthy of ease, joy, and abundance. Money flows to me through joyful expression, not fearful striving. My heart is open to giving and receiving in perfect balance. Emotion, not intellectual understanding, is the key that changes your vibrational frequency. 11. The transformative energy of gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful emotional currency there is. It is the direct expression of a heart that feels full. Each time you sincerely say thank you for the money you have, no matter the amount, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind, I already live in abundance. I have enough. Make it a ritual each night to write down 5 small, specific things you are grateful for. Don't just focus on the money itself, but on what the energy of money allows. I am grateful for the warm, nourishing soup I bought for lunch. I am thankful for the roof over my head that my rent/mortgage provides. I appreciate the ability to buy a gift for my friend's birthday. I am grateful for the feeling of security when I saw my savings account balance. I give thanks for the reliable car that gets me to work. Gratitude powerfully expands your capacity to receive. You cannot hold new blessings, financial or otherwise, with a heart that is closed and focused on lack. 12. Integrating the healing, a lifelong practice. Emotional healing with money is not a one-time event where you fix yourself and are done. It is a gentle, ongoing, compassionate practice, a new way of being. You will still face moments of doubt, fear, or old triggers. The difference is that you will no longer be at their mercy. Instead of spiraling into anxiety, you will have the tools to 1. Notice the emotion without judgment. 2. Breathe and bring safety to your body. 3. Release the story and choose a new, empowered thought. You will begin to trust life at a deeper level. You will trust that you can make mistakes and still be safe. You will trust that money can flow out and return in new forms. You will trust that life supports you, even when you relax your grip and let go of the need to control every outcome. True wealth, in the end, is not the absence of fear. It is the presence of a calm, unwavering center within you, even amidst external uncertainty. 13. The science of feeling safe, polyvagal theory and money. To deepen your healing, it helps to understand the brilliant design of your nervous system. Dr. Stephen Porges' polyvagal theory explains that we have three primary physiological states. 1. Ventral vagal, safe and social, the state of connection, calm, and curiosity. Here, your heart rate is regulated, your breath is full, and your prefrontal cortex is online. This is the optimal state for making wise, creative financial decisions. 2. Sympathetic, fight or flight, the state of mobilization, anxiety, and fear. As we've discussed, this is where financial panic lives. 3. Dorsal vagal, shut down and collapse, a state of immobilization, numbness, and hopelessness. This can feel like financial despair or apathy. I'll never get out of debt, so why even try? The goal is not to live exclusively in the ventral vagal state, but to increase your vagal tone, your ability to return to safety after stress. The breathwork, touch, and affirming words you've learned are direct ways to stimulate your vagus nerve, the superhighway of your parasympathetic calm-down system, pulling you out of survival mode and back into a state where you can think clearly and feel connected to life's abundance. 14. Case study: David and the Body of Scarcity. David, a software engineer, came to me with a paradoxical problem. The more he saved, the more anxious he felt. He thought a seven-figure net worth would bring peace, but it only amplified his fear of loss. In a session, I asked him to imagine his savings account and notice what happened in his body. He reported an immediate tightness in his jaw and a sinking feeling in his gut. He then recalled the memory of his immigrant father counting out meager savings under a lamp, his shoulders hunched with the weight of the world. For David, the physical posture of saving was unconsciously linked to his father's struggle and fear. His body was reenacting scarcity, no matter the actual number in his account. Our work focused on building savings with a new posture. He practiced sitting upright, taking deep breaths, and feeling a sense of pride and expansion while transferring money to his savings. This simple somatic shift began to dissolve the old association, allowing him to finally feel the security his wealth was meant to provide. Chapter summary: The Heart of Abundance. Money carries emotional energy, and your emotions shape your financial energy. Financial stress is often your body's intelligent, albeit misplaced, way of asking for a feeling of safety. Practices of gratitude and forgiveness are powerful solvents that dissolve the glue of scarcity thinking. Emotional calm is a magnetic force that attracts financial clarity, opportunity, and flow. When you heal your emotions, you don't just change your bank balance, you change your very frequency. You become a living, breathing signal of abundance. And that energy naturally and effortlessly magnetizes everything that is aligned with peace, purpose, and true prosperity. Journal prompts for reflection. What is the primary emotion I associate with money? Where might that come from? What specific memory from my childhood first shaped my financial fears or beliefs? How can I show tangible gratitude toward money and its supporting energy today? If I felt complete emotional peace with money, what would that feel like in my body? Describe the sensations. Write freely. Let your heart speak without censorship. Your honest words will become the bridge that carries you from fear to freedom. Closing words for the chapter. Emotional healing with money is not about slapping a happy face sticker over your fear. It is not about forced positivity. It is about radical honesty, profound gentleness, and loving presence. When you can courageously face your financial fears without judging yourself for having them, you stop being ruled by them. You realize that the fear is just a feeling, a thought, a story. It is not who you are. And when your heart finally feels safe, held, and worthy, money undergoes a magical transformation in your perception. It ceases to be a symbol of survival and struggle. It becomes a willing, creative partner in the beautiful, unique masterpiece that is your life.